Is Earth back with another video. I'm going to be talking about my neighbors tonight. It's very difficult for me to talk about them because my neighbors, they seem to be involved with all the crimes that Brazilians done against me. What it's coming about now, it's that I'm learning that Brazilians, they are all together in this crime. They're involved in police. Police is called Police Civil, CIVIL. These people, they create, it's called the EL Against My Life, which is a karma that Brazilians and Americans, they created so that they can feed off of my disgrace. These people use my sister, my younger sister. I have two sisters. One is not a sister, it's an aunt, but she wants to be considered a sister. They have two sisters. One sister, she gave herself to Afro-descendants in a black magic voodoo thing. So Brazilians, when I was younger, they molested me, and now they use all types of strangers to stalk me. And women, they been raising their children off of what they mock me around, off of what they harass me, and they stalk me 24/7. Right now I'm being harassed, I'm being stalked by my neighbors. It's a strange neighbors that I met when I was younger, before I went to the United States, before this whole thing was set up. Now I know it's a conspiracy between police, fake police, and neighbors. Neighbors, they are in this bubble, which older women, they control money flow, they control all real estates, and they mock me around, and they bully me, and they harass me, and they make me look really bad towards the police, to everybody, so that I become isolated from society. Older women can get to become older and miserable as they become, and they take everything on me, on other people. I noticed that women, they control the police, they control the police, and the police control the teenagers. They are shaping the teenagers in Brazil into some type of a bisexual, annoying children, unless they are assuming our thoughts. So they are getting reactions of everything we do inside the house, because neighbors are doing witchcrafts in their houses, and they monitorize my every move 24/7, and they are trying to do that with other people. Each neighbor, they are placing one Afro-descendant. I call him black because I don't respect him, because he's a wacko. They are placing one black, one Afro-descendant. When he pisses me off, I say black. I say black man. I don't have the need to call him a monkey like most people suggest mentally to me. I know where the suggestions come from, because I don't speak to none of you fuckers. And I know when you demons, you humans, you all demons. Let me tell you what you are, you demons, you nasty demons. You molested me when I was younger. You molested many other kids. You murdered a lot of the kids and my childhood friends. Then you placed a lot of gay men on TV as a hoster TV gay man. You gave all the best careers to prostitute women. Many of them, they do not come out. They do not tell the world that they are professional prostitutes, but I know that they are, because I worked in a cabin. I seen a lot of shit that women do. I don't have a lot of things against women, because I actually like women. I can't take them anymore because they're so fucking annoying and disgusting and satanic, but I still have laws towards women. But women are in control of the entire planet, mafia and organized crime. Me, myself alone, I can change history right at this second. I just don't, because human beings are trying to experience voodoo on me. Afro-descendants, they try to practice witchcrafts on me. They pick pieces of Bible and they try to practice on other people. Afro-descendants in Brazil, most of them, they're going towards organic food, and they will try to become like kings and queens, and they will live like off of other people's misfortunes. They will make children and youth as their puppets of the new funk and music industry, porn industry, porn puppets and drug puppets. They use children and youth for drugs and prostitution, and they try to point out that I'm the bad guy so that gay children and prostitute young women can have somebody to point the finger at. What Afro-descendants do and older women and corrupted cops do, they get one man, now they're trying to put me into this pedestal where everyone will try to blame me. They murdered a lot of men like myself back in the days throughout this entire confusion of life. Many people are trying to figure out life. I already figured it out because I know it's how they hit the cities, how they hit each states, how each family and each fake family, each fake church and fake cells of gatherings that organized crimes in Brazil do to place bank frauds against to each small families. I know each and every scam that Afro-descendants, along with Will Smith, is the leader of all Afro-descendants. On top of Will Smith, there is President Obama. President Obama doesn't bother me much. He's more intellectual. He's more like focused onto his career. I have no idea. I don't know much about him. He's waiting until we all become in a stage of mind that we can all coexist with each other in the knowledge that we are supposed to learn. But Brazilian organized crime, which is the corrupted police as well, they are all working only to create hell and chaos. They only want to create ghetto chaos, and they are fixing their houses inside out. They are doing the opposite of what the books tells us to do. They are doing the opposite of what their own schools teach us to do, which is to share and to grow with each other. Because I'm already being a whistleblower, Brazilian organized crime and TV, fake news and all. Picture like the nastiest, the most incredible criminal crimes with a lots of power is the criminals of Brazilian women. The Brazilian women criminals, they have a lot of power. They are on TV. I have no idea how I'm still alive because they order third person to murder us in a way. I've seen this happen many times. I've seen 3 generations pass by myself and I never got to grab or anything. I only get few things that they will usually they perish throughout life. Within time, things they are not worth anything anymore. I've seen 3 generations pass through my life, and the same scams, the same Brazilian fake church BS. Israel, it's a bullshit. Israel, they are positioning themselves into cosmopolitan. I don't know much about it. But all these people are focused on the future of organic food, where they hold me out of society. They're trying to make me as their demon, as their Satan, where every city, every family get together, headed places and headed spots. They all eat, they all have fun, and they keep me in the stress, 24/7 chaos, while the world keeps taking places around me. There was a lot of criminals back in the day. John Clark it's already dead. He died and he left a lot of shit here. I went through a lot of his shit. Now I know what these people were doing to me back in the days when I was growing up. I grew up in a very poor area. These people tried to molest me. They tried several times. They tried to change my sexual orientation. They now keep me away from my main basic needs. The Brazilian satanic gay police, gay organized crime government, fake church, they use a taboo strategy to manipulate society, not to protect me or not to take my part. The police, they use a logic where they control women, they control teenagers, they control all the mass of society against each and every person that they wants to crucify, like myself. The police, supposed fake police, it's called the military police in Brazil. They're all fake and phony. It's a bunch of gay men. He's a bisexual man. Some of them, the older men that used to be real men, most of them are dead. Most of them are retired. But the actual Brazilian police, gay men now, they're all gay, they're bisexuals, they are kind of like, whatever you want to do, we're going to do, because we have guns, we have cars, we get money from the government. The government is stopped, it's frozen, and they just drive their trucks up and down. They fuck all the girls, all the teenager girls, and they keep guys like me from my basic needs. And they have fun in their stations because they're placing all the women in as their telemarketing women. That these women, they monitorize each and every person in each houses, and they make sure that we have a very miserable, poor life. They are placing satanic, obnoxious neighbors around me, especially in my street. They make sure that I will offend the police, so that the police will never take place on this matter. They've been doing this for so many years. There is one older man next to us right here. All my neighbors, they all are clones of politicos in Brazil, actual politicos in Brazil. The Bolsonaro, he's a clone of a guy that I used to park a car in his garage. Each and every person that surrounds me is faking as my neighbors that supposed own houses around me. They're clones of somebody that it's on Brazilian politician. There is a neighbor right here. He's exact same as Aécio Neves. The other neighbor, the next door, across the street, he's the same as Bolsonaro. It's not a coincidence. It's a coincidence when one thing happened, okay, this is a coincidence. But each and every one of them, they have the same features of a political in Brazil. It's not a coincidence. It's a conspiracy. There was one day I was in my house here, and my supposed, and I even know if these people are my family, my supposed nephew, they are putting all my nephews into trouble so that they can get the police involved in my house, in my life, in our family. They already putting they put my sister with several different husbands, and usually they mix her with Afro-descendants, and the sons that comes from this Afro-descendants, they are putting through drugs so that later on they can try to hunt me or even murder me, because I already heard that. There is a lot of crimes that behind the scene. When I was younger, my brother, my supposed brother, and many others, they used to feed me with a lot of movies that they're all repeating right now. There was a movie about Van Damme that used to talk about the exact same things that are happening right now. That he used to come out before people murder other people. This is taking place right now. When I was in this ghetto that I grew up with, they had a mass of children. They used children to masturbate with each other, around each other, and then they stimulate teenagers and children's puberty. They made a school foundation of bully. Many Brazilian fake police and criminals, they made the foundation of Brazilian crime. And now that we are all adults, they keep me really broke so that they can have something to talk about. Women, next door women, and surrounding gay and all type of creatures that Brazilians can create. They are putting each houses, they are putting one black man to fuck some girl in each house, and then he can start shit with me eventually when I'm in the street or whatever. They always put a black man smoking a cigarette outside, or some bald head yapping at me, and they send in directions, and he's working on my cortex. He's trying to get in my mind. He's trying to get into my privacy. He's trying to get into my personal life. This man, he's now supposed married to a ex-cop wife. It's a woman that was married to a cop. The supposed cop has the same name as mine. And then they have a bunch of clones of Gracie family brothers, like Horsey Gracie clones of them. And all these people, they all have the same feature or as my sister's godfather, and is the same guy of the owner of Brazilian TV. It's a conspiracy, a mass of organized crime. They keep one guy on TV showing a Brazilian TV fake news every day, every night. And the guy is a clone of a next door neighbor as well. It's a neighbor that back in the day when I used to, before I go to the United States, he took me to his house to show me his black bathroom. I didn't understand. He invited me in, next door neighbor here. It's not the same. Now they put the same guy looking the same as the guy on TV, but it's a different one. After I came back from the United States, the guy that showed me the bathroom is not there anymore. Now it's a different one, but looks the same as the guy from TV that shows Brazilian TV journal. He took me there and he showed me his bathroom, black and all that. He was polite. When I was living in the United States, I was trying to be married. There was the same guy looking alike, harassing and stalking me and my wife next door. She didn't pay attention. I didn't mention to her, but there was a guy there's always a couple. They always put a couple to harass me or to stalk me. In each house I lived, either with a woman or by myself. Every time I have a woman, there is one guy looking like William Bonner from Rede Globo. Each and every crime in Brazil has a name involving William, which is the molestation that they try to place on me in my childhood, because they felt by trying to incriminate me in my childhood. When I was adult, the Brazilian fake police, which is called the Civil, it's a cybercrime police, fake police. They just take money from the government and they play as police. These people, they try to incriminate me with two women, and they always involved men with names of Marcos, William, Renato, all types of, it's a list. I called in my research when I was first. Now I don't care anymore because they're all corrupt, they're all gay, they're in the same conspiracy. But before, when I was freaking out, I was like, oh my God, I'm in this conspiracy. I started making research and started studying about all these people. I realized that Brazil is just a bubble. The entire Brazil, it's a bubble. It's a bunch of savages. They're all hungry for evolution. They do not give money away so that people like myself can teach them how to make their own American or their own money flow, or how to be Americanized, or to fulfill themselves. They only know how to buy a car and to drive around and send a thought-provoking, as if like, oh, I have a car and you don't. I have a woman and you don't. I'm having sex and you don't. You're not. That's all they know. That's the mentality, the state of mind, the mentality, the way Brazilians think. That's all they believe. They believe that the purpose of life is to do crime all in your youth. When you're older, you find a person like myself that wants to be honest. And then you just keep on saying thought-provoking, saying to that person insinuations like you are jealous. They almost force me to feel jealous of them or to feel envy towards them. They use my ex-wife's name 24/7 all the time, because most of Brazilians, they are dark, they're nasty, they're Afro-descendants, they are looking for green cards, they are looking for experience outside of Brazil, and they see me as an opportunity to try to get some conversation in the United States or through the internet. Most Brazilian women, they are married just to be married, to say, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not a single mother. And most of these women, they're choosing Afro-descendants. These Afro-descendants, they all have a connections with one another. This man right here behind here, he plays several different types of characters. He send indirections towards me, saying that his gay spiritual indirections tells me that he's charging me. He's trying to charge me from like a older friend of mine in the United States. Sometimes he walks on Will Smith uncle's shoes. I just had a deja vu right now. And then he uses an old friend of ours that is dead. His name was Jesus, which he had a parenting police as well. And then goes back to the entire conversation of Brazilians trying to steal my family's property. It's a whole garbage of Brazilians and fake churches throughout the entire United States, San Francisco, California, Curitiba, especially in Curitiba. All Brazilian satanic gay, you are gay. Brazilians are gay. You are incubated bisexuals. You are kind of like whatever. And because they don't have any police or any authorities to tell them to do the right thing, because they don't have it, they keep on doing the mistake. And most of the organized crime, they are run by women. Now the women, they're running Brazilian police as telemarketing, searching each house and each person. They're demanding, and they're gossiping, and they're reporting every single move that each person does. They're running crime and they're running the police. Women are running also NASA. Women are running NASA. Why? Because they are trying to substitute the church for NASA. Women will be running the NASA and eventually the entire police station, because women, they will be running the computers, they will be running the servers, they will be running, especially men, because most men, they are not united with each other. They are just a bunch of backstabbers, and men are focused only in one deal of life. To try to turn all men into homosexuals so that there can be only one. And then this only one will rule everything. So that's why men are hiding the weapons, they're hiding the toys, they're making cars so difficult for other people to reach out for. They're making credit really difficult. They're destroying the entire industry of credit work in stores and everything else, because Brazilians are just evil. They're simple as that. They're just freaking evil. Right now, they hold me in a position where they are trying to cheese the United States, usually San Francisco, California, like I said in the other video. Brazilian organized crime and darkness, organized crime, venom. It's a venom. It's a garbage creature that keep yapping at you, trying to work on your cortex. These creatures, they are trying to build many little Americans throughout the entire United States with the knowledge that I know and many others. But it's been difficult for him because it does not know how to make good things, and it only spread organized crime, drugs, prostitution, and they are building annoying children so much so that they can build a lot of stress on human beings so that people will end up living. For myself, I'm thinking of really living out of, like really going out of here. I'm just waiting for a few things, and then later on, eventually I might live, because I think it's best live by myself and at least die alone, then share like the same atmosphere than these creatures that are yapping at me 24/7. And probably that's their purpose. That's why they are doing what they are doing, because they visualize my family's house. I already seen on vision, and then I heard from demons what they're gonna do with my family's property, what they're planning. My brother is corrupted. My brother, he watches this. He knows that this is happening. He knows I'm making videos. I'm begging for help outside. Him, my mother, my family, my entire acquaintances, siblings, everyone that they always knew me my entire life. They made sure that I went through the exact same way I'm going through right now, because each and every one has a little problem that they want to take it on me, and they all set up with each other to let's set this guy straight. Let's all get family. Let's all get children. Let's isolate him from society, and his mother will take on him what she feels angry towards her husband, and then she will take on. She takes on me. I can go through like details to you, because you will feel like, oh my God. But I cannot believe I fell for this trap. But thank God, God made me until here, because otherwise how would I survive in a while by myself if I did not know that my surrounding family and acquaintance throughout my entire life were these demons and this evil that they are. Especially my own police, my own nation are all, they're all nasty, they're all gay and evil. There's no straight talk, there's no straight conversation towards Brazilian police. They're all criminals. They all are there position for to get cars, to get stupid motorcycles, to get as many prostitutes that they can, and have a table full of drugs in their fucking gay apartments that they stole from some crime back in the day. So take care. I'll talk to you. Go fuck yourself.